Welcome back again. The incredibly important experience section must clearly show the timeline of your career to date. In the American context, recruiters want to see your work in reverse chronological order. So you list your most recent job first and go back from there. List the organization and position title on the left. It doesn't matter which is above or below the other, and the dates and location on the right. This allows recruiters to quickly scan your resume to get an idea of the number of years of professional experience you have. One of the first things they do. Align your bullet points to the left margin. This will give you a little extra space. Make sure the spacing and formatting are consistent across all bulleted text. The experience section should be inclusive of both paid and unpaid work. Volunteer work or internships are just as important as paid work, and they show your consistent interest and professional growth within an industry, especially if it's relevant to the job you're applying to. Also, many students will have spent a part of their recent professional experience doing service sector jobs, waiting tables, making espressos as a barista, working summer part-time admin assistant roles. Most of these positions don't need to be on your resume unless they demonstrate that you can handle responsibility, or if you were promoted, or show a consistent interest in a particular sector. Personally, as a recruiter, I don't mind seeing these positions because I get a bigger picture of you as a student while you were going to school. It's nice to know that you were working really hard. Overall, think about the times where you took initiative or developed or created something new. What projects or tasks were given to you because you were so good at them? What were your unique accomplishments? For the content of your resume, use the STAR method for your bullet points. This is the most important part of your resume. So what is STAR? Bullet points under your experience section need to show your competencies that you've gained in the past and be as relevant as possible for the job you're applying to. Start with listing everything you did in your various experiences. Using the STAR method for your bullet points, you want to describe the situation, so STAR, the situation you were put into or the task you were assigned to complete, the actions you took to complete the task, and the results. Make sure you're trying to match the language that is being used in the job description you're applying to. Use their words from their required or desired qualifications and incorporate them into your experience section. ChatGPT is a great tool for this. Each STAR bullet should begin, to the extent possible, with a power verb, such as managed, completed, assessed. We have lists of these action verbs in the Canvas course. Stay away from passive words like participated, assisted, or observed. Those of you without much experience in your target areas should focus on and highlight your transferable skills. These are more generic professional skills applicable to any professional role. They're often more important than job-related skills. These include information management, design and planning, research and investigation, and human relations and interpersonal skills. Once you've got your bullet points, you'll want to work on refining even further. Take care to be efficient with what you're trying to say. I've got two examples I can show you of where we corrected a student's resume. In the original resume, the organization, position title, dates, and location are all on one line and make it harder to track for recruiters looking to easily scan the resume. The funky diamond formatted bullets are distracting and unnecessary. Worked with is a passive way to describe an accomplishment, and there are some redundancies in the descriptions of what this person did. There is room to say more with less. After talking to the student about their work experience in this position and then changing the formatting, we spread out the key information about the organization, position titles, dates, and location, making this formatting style more easily scannable. The streamlined bullets are aligned to the left to give more space for the accomplishment statements, and they're overall less distracting and more professional. We used better power verbs and overall said more with less. Now this position takes up a little less space, shows the same level of accomplishments, and overall leaves room for more content. Finally, at the end of your resume, depending on space, you have a few options to close out your resume. As a recruiter, when I read this far into your resume, I was looking at the whole package. Who is this person we're considering hiring? If you don't have a lot of experience, oftentimes your coursework and projects can demonstrate a high level of knowledge and relevant competencies, and also include a lot of key words that employers may be looking for, especially for policy analyst positions. Consider listing some of your best papers in a project section. You can list the title of the paper and 2 to 4 bullet points of what you covered or learned about. With all the papers you write in graduate school and the effort you're putting into them, you're gaining valuable expertise on sometimes very specialized topics. Other end sections can include things unique to you. such as other skills that aren't super important to the job you're applying to, but that demonstrate your other capabilities. If you are the member of a board if you are the member of a board for an organization, or you're a member of an association, or the president of a club, that can be listed here. You don't have to get personal here. Things like hobbies or personal interests are not necessarily relevant unless they are in the job description. There are also occasions in resumes where you have to cover a gap of time, either due to personal reasons or other circumstances. And the past experience from that time isn't relevant. In cases like that, you could list a position where you say various positions with the date and a bullet stating that from this time to that time, you were working in whatever sector in various positions. This is usually best for totally unrelated positions where there is limited transferable experience. It's rare, but it happens. All right, well, thanks for listening. Make sure you update your resume with all the guidance we've just provided. In our next career management class meeting, we'll build on the changes you've made after going through these presentations. Please bring your resume to class, electronic or printed, and be prepared to discuss it with your peers. You'll be helping each other improve your resumes, and we'll of course be there to facilitate. Check out the other resources we've posted here to Canvas for more detailed advice. And if you're watching this via our YouTube playlist, check out the other resume videos we've included from partner organizations such as DevX. Thanks for listening, and good luck with your career development journey.